can argue he is the greatest welterweight champion in UFC history, even if he does not make the walk as such here tonight. The Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, chasing further greatness under the lights tonight.
Just chasing greatness. He's done that time and time again. This guy's profile continues to evolve from becoming the welterweight champion of the world to passing George St. Pierre in the welterweight rankings to being a star in movies with speaking roles.
Yeah.
The guy is doing everything. But ultimately, in order to do all that, he's got to win. He's got to win tonight, and he has won on many occasions. How does he bounce back from that loss to Leon Edwards? It's time to find out.
You're exactly right, and in the aftermath of that Edwards result at UFC 278, he seemed to handle things pretty well. But obviously, that clock is about to start, and all eyes are going to be on the former champ, Kamaru Usman. Ready to battle and take home that elusive UFC gold. All right, so here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, George "Rush" St. Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St. Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St. Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had George St. Pierre, he truly changed the game.
Hall of Famer George "Rush" St. Pierre steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, George "Rush" St. Pierre.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here's the legend, the Hall of Famer, George St. Pierre, back on the proving ground tonight. He wanted this Kamaru Usman challenge. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
He is a massive star. I remember being in Montreal when he fought Josh Koscheck. The sound that arena made when he hit the curtain was like nothing I've ever heard before. But Kamaru Usman understands that if he's going to be considered the greatest, he has got to beat that star. He has got to beat that man. That is not an easy thing to do. George St. Pierre is the man. Let's see who finally gets it done. Let's see who's considered the greatest welterweight of all time at the end of the stage.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman. Early connection with the left from the champ. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
Kick lands. All right, early action here. We'll see how soon George St. Pierre can get one of his patented takedowns, but it all works off of the jab that you saw right there.
It does. I mean, he does. He has a beautiful jab. And I've seen him. Oh, guillotine here.
Oh, got to protect your neck. Guillotine choke is locked in. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Usman's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now.
Massive shot from the top.
And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through.
Like that. Like
A
that.
lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. And very effective with the ground and pound. Usman's able to transition back to side control now.
Oh, he puts his knee on belly.
Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back.
Changing the position. Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Usman's in half guard.
Oh, right in the mount.
St. Pierre's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by George St. Pierre.
Great submission defense.
90 seconds to go. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. All right, so the big storyline in this one, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, the wrestling's on point and the ground and pound going on strong.
You know, these skills are what allowed Kamaru Usman to become the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He is a tremendous wrestler, incredibly strong, and you are seeing all that happen in the octagon right now. He is on point.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. While St. Pierre's eye now closing up.
Oh, nice.
Tried to land the punch, but a strike miss. Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Round two straight ahead. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Second round underway. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh, nice takedown, yep.
trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions.
Right.
They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the Kamuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, gotta be careful here. Beautiful transition.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra pop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Yet again, rinse and repeat, targeting that swelling, and you gotta think this is gonna start to affect his performance.
Yeah, it's at a point now, John, where he's gonna start to get desperate. He's gonna start to make some mistakes because this swelling is not just minor anymore. We're starting to get into the major territory. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Oh, this could be over soon. 2 minutes now to go round two.
He's got to be careful here.
Good work from the top here by George St. Pierre. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Oh, look out, folks, that is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by Kamaru.
Way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Right.
Whiffs on that offering. 30 seconds to go in round two. GSP gets touched by that leg kick attempt. Oh, massive knee to the body. That can't feel good. Nice. Nicely done.
Huge knee lands.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Usman's time starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Oh, what a way to end the round. Saved by the bell. He got stunned by a huge shot right before the horn. And now, a little bit gingerly, he makes his way back to the stool. And he's only got 60 seconds to recover here, so we'll see if his corner physically, mentally can keep this fighter in the fight. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. GSP going for the takedown here, nothing doing there. Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up again. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
All right, hip toss, and he is able to take him down. Beautiful execution there.
Great job knowing exactly what he wanted. Moving the position left and stepping in with that right leg to load his opponent and flipping him through. Great move. We love the big moves. They're very exciting.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Making all these shots count. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting, because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, man, he's still targeting that cut, and it is getting worse by the minute. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
USMAN's back in half guard.
Great job landing from the top position.
Another ground and pound strike gets home. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. Oh, and transitions right into side control.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
Well, St. Pierre's eye does not look real good right now. It actually is starting to swell shut, so that will be something that bears watching as this fight continues. Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now, and they're popping forward. They're excited.
Single leg takedown.
He's a guillotine.
Oh, that guillotine is officially tight.
That guillotine looks very painful, and he's very close to the finish. But he cannot.
Oh, he's out.
You need to work. I'm standing this up. Just work.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red, is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
Well, St. Pierre's eye is essentially swollen shut at this point in time. I'm not so sure they're not going to step in, Daniel, and stop this fight right now. Hard to be a one-eyed fighter in a mixed martial arts setting. That is how you reverse position on the ground. Beautifully done by him there. Final seconds of round 3. Trying to set up a choke here.
That guillotine is very tight.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that
Big strike lands.
big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
And a knee.
Oh, nice right hand.
Oh, misses with the jab. Oh, man, I'm starting to feel bad for the... Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough.
That guillotine is tight.
Oh, great submission defense. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Usman's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
Massive target on the side of his face with all that swelling, and his opponent smartly continues to attack it. It looks like the referee is going to call in the position to take a look. Beautiful ground strikes landed.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
That was a slick transition.
Usman's now dealing with a cheek cut.
There it is. Now he's running him out. Now he's got good body position. Yup.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Well, St. Pierre's cut, not getting blood in his eyes per se, but that is a huge gash on the cheek. Kind of looks like a slot machine right now, and if we get in between rounds, the ringside physician and the cut man are going to have their work cut out for them.
Oh.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by USMAN. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Hard to win MMA fights off of your back, but these strikes are useful from the bottom. Right into full guard here.
Look for a pass immediately in the half guard. Keep advancing the position. Oh, right into mount.
All right, so the head damage continues to land, and at this point, man, gotta think the ringside physician is even getting antsy to check it out.
Oh, yeah, you can tell that they want to check it out. But hats off to his opponent, putting together a great game plan for staying on that face, making sure that when he saw the swelling start, he continued to drive him down that path to where he is right now, where he's almost unrecognizable.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Lands with the ground and pound here.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
USMAN's in half guard now. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submission.
All right, there's the end of the round and hopefully not the end of the fight. He doesn't look as handsome as he did when he walked out. That is a severe gash on his face. All right, replay truck has been kept busy tonight as we get you some clips from that previous round, and maybe we can even isolate the strike that opened his cheek up.
I mean, a cut on your cheek, while it's in a better spot, it is still so hard to deal with. Every time that gets hit, it hurts so bad. He's gonna have to move his head here.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Fifth and final round, forthcoming.
Great left hand.
Oh, there's the swing and there's the miss by Kamaru. Straight punch there again, been there all night. GSP gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention. Strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh, big knee.
Great block there.
USMAN's really targeting that cut right now, and why not? He has opened up his opponent. Might as well continue to attack that particular area.
Usman's doing a real good job with his jab right now.
While this fighter is essentially unrecognizable, there's like a hole in his cheek. Referee steps in here. Doctor might stop this fight.
He might stop it, and it's gory, right? With the way that the cut is, the blood that's coming out of the face, you think the doctor may go, you know what, man, enough is enough. This guy has been beaten up all night.
Yeah, doctor not here to make friends. He has no choice but to stop the fight. We have blood on our notes. Goes into the books as a TKO via doctor stoppage. All right, we got some replays for you now as the doctor comes in to stop the fight midway through this round. Just a lot of damage sustained, and the doc had seen enough.
And in a bad spot. You know, a lot of times we talk about a cut on the cheek not being too bad, but it was a target for his opponent, and he kept going to it. He didn't make defensive adjustments. So it looked like this fight was going to continue in the way that we had seen it play out to that point. I believe that the doctor made a great decision to stop the fight.
All right, let's go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare.
Well, his UFC career has been defined by